Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Tonight's topic is going to be, what does a successful recovery from TMS/PDP look like, right? So we'll get to that in a minute. First, we're going to take a couple of breaths. Again, didn't get a chance to get outside. Breathe in the clarity. Exhale the doubt. Breathe in the bravery. Exhale the fear. Breathe in the whatever. Exhale the frustration. So, what is a successful recovery from this mind-body stuff? TMS, perceived danger pain, neuroplastic pain, neural circuit pain or disorder, whatever terminology or acronym, but basically symptoms coming from the brain, not the body. What does recovery from that look like? Well, first of all, don't measure your success based on the presence or absence of symptoms. The reason we don't want to do that is because the symptoms are usually the last thing to go. You got to get really clear on what's going on, how the system works, system of the human body, how pain works, the purpose of pain, the fact that it's trying to protect us. Our brain's not messing with us or torturing us. The brain's still just trying to protect us. We got to understand how the system works. And once we know that, we'll be able to use that accurate knowledge to dial down the fear. Then we've got to start developing the right mindset, which is kind of like, all right, so I have symptoms today. I'm not going to freak out as much, right? So freak out less. I'm going to choose to calmly reassure myself and do that often enough until that becomes my default response to noticing the symptoms or a symptom bump or jump. And ideally move towards indifference, where you're kind of like, hey, I went out, I did X, Y, and Z. I had sensations, but you know what? I didn't care. And say that and mean it authentically. That's part of the progression of getting better. And for some people, they get better and better and better. Most people get better and better and better over time. But here's the deal. It's rare that somebody eliminates 100% of solutions for the rest of their life, or symptoms. It's rare that somebody will eliminate 100% of their symptoms for the rest of their life. So for me, success is eliminating the chronic aspect of symptoms. The presence of pain or other symptoms appearing once in a while as life gets kind of chaotic, that's part of being human. Sorry, it is. Now, the great thing is, recovery means you're able to spot it if it happens, meaning a symptom comes back, and you don't give it any fear or attention. So, for example, I know that Dr. Schubner has a variety of symptoms coming up. He's in a very stressful medical position as a doctor with patients. He's trying to get the word about this neuroplastic mind-body stuff out to the medical community. There's oftentimes a lot of resistance and scoffing from the medical doctors. So periodically he'll get symptoms. And so do I. Right? I am like 99% pain-free for the past 12 years. I have not had anything that I would consider to be chronic pain for a while. So I had two things just this past year. Had some neck and radiating down my arm pain. That lasted about 6 weeks. But again, I wouldn't call that chronic. It was persistent for a little while. But I gave it zero fear, gave it zero attention. I knew what it was, and I was like, it's all right. I didn't go running off scared to doctors for x-rays, MRIs. So that happened for a little bit. And then not too long ago, due to all of the stress of trying to support my mom through her stroke recovery. Had about a week worth of lower back pain, which was the same exact spot I had for 13 years. Now you would think I would get that lower back pain and panic, but I didn't. Recovery from TMS, perceived danger pain, means you're able to spot it instantly. You call it out for exactly what it is. Oh, okay, a little lower back pain. I get it. I know what's causing it. I'm not concerned. That's the thing. Recovery means that you're not concerned by symptoms that may show up once in a while. Now look, there's plenty of times when I will go 6 months, a year, 2 years without any instance whatsoever. As a matter of fact, ever since that week of lower back pain, I've been perfectly fine. I've got no ongoing symptoms, nothing that sticks around. You know, if I'm bent over weird doing something on the floor and I stand up, I may have a touch of stiffness for about 10 seconds, but I get up, I move, and I keep going, and I don't care, and it never turns into anything. So what I don't want you to do is get your expectations so unrealistic that you don't appreciate the progress you've made, right? I've spoken to people that they'll say, Dan, I'm 95% better. I can't get that last 5%. I'm so pissed off. I'm not 100%. I'm like, dude, you got your life back. You're doing everything you want and need to do. And he's like, yeah, but that little bit pisses me off so much. Like, but you got your life back. You can do all the things that you had to stop doing for years. You got your life back. And so if you have gotten a dramatic improvement, but you're not 100%, cut yourself some slack. Give yourself some grace. Because sometimes we hit these plateaus and you stay there for a little while. And what I will tell you is your ability to eliminate that last little bit, whatever percentage it is, you don't even have to try to figure out the percentage. But if you're like much better, but you're still not happy because you still have some sensations that are not comfortable, they will go away when you stop caring when or even if they go away. Why? Because the brain perceives your frustration that you're not 100% better as a sign of danger. And what does the brain do when it senses danger? Keeps them going. The warning's going to stay on. So recovery is first mindset. Noticing symptoms and not being as freaked out about it. And being able to, by default, go right into calm reassurance and say, I know what's going on. It's nothing big. Remaining calm. Ideally moving to the mindset of indifference. Indifference doesn't mean ignoring the pain, because that's impossible. I'll never tell you to do that. You'll notice your symptoms. You're supposed to. But indifference means, all right, so I just went for a Thanksgiving dinner with family, and I had some sensations, but you know what? I didn't care. That's what indifference looks like. That's what recovery looks like, because you can have your life back. There's a number of people at varying stages of recovery throughout the group coaching program and my private coaching. And the joy that I see on their faces when they tell me, yeah, you know what? I did something I haven't done in 7 years. And I had some sensations during it, but I didn't care. I had a blast. I was so glad I went out. I thought about staying home, but I did this event or this gathering or whatever. Success is in the progress, not the destination. Success is feeling better mentally, physically, and emotionally. Success is not worrying about your symptoms and projecting this horrible future. Success is knowing deeply this stuff, mind, body, perceived danger, TMS, that's all that's going on. Therefore, success is having comfort in knowing that. Success is having comfort that you have a path laid right in front of you. The things I teach every day, the things I teach in my course in group coaching and private coaching, it's all in the daily videos. Implement it, because I got plenty of people around the world getting better just by watching the free stuff. So success in recovery is dialing down the fear, having a better, stronger mindset, not caring as much if you have a day with some symptoms. If you wake up with some significantly intense symptoms, success is your ability to not give up on the whole day and say, oh, it's going to be an awful day. But success goes, all right, so it's bad right now, but with the right mindset, calm reassurance, maybe even a little bit of indifference thrown at it to go, all right, so today I've got symptoms, big deal, I'm going to still do what I want to do. And you choose to kind of go about your day and see how good you can make it. That's success. Because I can guarantee there's a lot of people in my audience here who believe success is to get rid of the symptoms and pain completely, feel perfect, and never, ever, ever, ever have another symptom again for the rest of their life. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works. Because once in a while, life can get a little bit lifey. And sometimes the brain might sound the warning signal in an attempt to keep you safe from whatever it's perceiving as dangerous. Success is when you notice that, you can call it out for exactly what it is. This is just more TMS, more perceived danger. Nothing bad is going on. I'm actually okay. And I don't care if I have this symptom for today. Even if you've been symptom-free for a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years. Success in recovery means if a symptom shows up, you don't immediately freak out and decide, oh my God, I'm back in this. It's going to take me another 5 years to get rid of it. No, it won't. And if you've beat the symptoms before, you already know what works. So the minute you notice symptoms coming back, instead of falling into the pit of despair and thrashing around, immediately identify it, call it out for what it is, and go right back to the mindset that allowed you to get rid of it in the first place. Now, if you're the type who hasn't gotten rid of it in the first place yet, just know that the things I'm teaching about mindset, the mindset shifting first, freaking out less, calmly reassuring as your default, ideally getting into indifference as the default, that's success. Am I less freaked out today than I was yesterday? Progress. Boom. Am I less concerned about my future with pain and more concerned about my day today? How can I have some fun today? What can I do today that I'd like to do? Am I spending less and less time fixing myself and measuring and monitoring my progress and wondering, do I have symptoms? Oh, I'm not good enough. Am I judging myself less? Those are all evidence of progress. Because again, I've said it 1,000 times, the mindset needs to shift first because the pain is created by the brain, the subconscious brain, the subconscious mind. So if you don't change the mindset and teach the subconscious that you're safe and that there's nothing to be concerned about, it's likely that the subconscious brain is going to keep that alarm system firing. So, success looks like I may have symptoms, I may not. I don't care either way because I'm busy living my life and doing things. Success looks like I'm doing something a little scary that I haven't done in a long time, but it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Success is that positive expectation because inevitably, if you expect things positively, they're more likely to happen. So I hope this makes sense. Mindset is the game. This is a brain game. And it's up to you to use your conscious thinking mind to slowly over time teach your scared, misinformed subconscious that we're actually okay. So I hope that makes sense. Success is fantastic. And I will tell you that if you're getting frustrated that you've been trying for a while and it's not working, you feel like quitting, don't. Whatever effort it takes, whatever resilience you need to build, whatever strength you need to muster up for this journey, it's worth it. It's worth every single minute, every single tear, every single angst and anger and frustration. Because once you dial down all of that fear, frustration, anger, worry, catastrophic thinking, and replace it with, I know I'm good because I actually know I'm good because I've done my homework. I understand how it works. The sooner the system's going to settle down, the sooner you're going to feel great, and the sooner you'll actually be able to pat yourself on the back and say, I am a success. And I had a wonderful experience today. Two of my success stories from my private, from the group coaching program, just met up in London in front of Buckingham Palace. And these two lovely ladies are spending the day hanging out together. They made friends through the group coaching, and they're both success stories. And you know what? One of them said, while I was on the train going to London, I had a little sensation, but I didn't care. And you should have seen the smiles on these two ladies as they took pictures, selfies together. That's what success looks like. Not giving a damn if you have a couple of sensations once in a while, because you know what to do, what it is, and how to get rid of it. And the way to do that is as little fear and as little attention as possible. So, you can be a success too. Don't put it on your calendar and say, I'm going to be a success by January. Don't do that. That's too much pressure. That's the opposite of indifference. Indifference is saying, I know I'll be a success, and I don't care when it happens, but I know it's going to happen. That's success. Lose the timetable. Lose the urgency. Know it's going to happen when you've successfully neutralized the fear. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Love you guys and gals. To the two ladies that met up in England today, you know who you are. So proud of you. So thrilled that you're developing friendships. And love you guys and gals. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.